Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our show After Hours with Bereez. Let's see what Bank Nifty did today. As you can see on my chart, 41,940 zones did act as a support, which I had marked out in the previous video itself. Overall, what I can see is here that Bank Nifty was sideways. What I will do is wait for this level to break on the downside, that is 41,930 to the and so that I will initiate shots, and any break above the 42,245 I will initiate longs. But what I can see is this is a classic liquidity hunt. My bias will be towards the downside as Bank Nifty has trapped the buyers here. Now moving on to Nifty. Similarly, what we can see is Nifty is also sideways. Any break below this levels, which is 18,002 level, I will initiate shorts, but I will look out for price action at these levels to also initiate long. So this level will be crucial. So I will wait for a price action. If I get a reversal pattern here, I will look to go long. If it breaks down on the downside, I will look to go short. Now moving on to stocks, I had suggested Mindtree in the previous video. It did gap up and moved above 3%. So here the trade plan would be to buy the retest of 35.66. Then we had given also Juby Ingrave, which is again holding the buy zone. The trade plan here is the same, to buy the retest of this zone. One more new stock that I'm looking at is Manappuram. In Manappuram, it has given a good breakout of this resistance zone. What one can do is buy the stock when it reaches 110 to 111 zones. One more stock which we had suggested was Metropolis. Metropolis has now broken on the downside. I will still wait for one more candle to close below this level to take so that I will exit my longs. Yeah, that's it from my side. Gandhar, you have
Yeah,
anything to
thank you,
add?
Kshitij.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today there was a very tight range day for indices, as we saw. Uh, in the Bank Nifty, I was just checking. We didn't even have a 300-point day for Fin Nifty. I think intraday range was less than 100 points. So as you mentioned correctly, we can expect a big trending move sometime this week itself. And combine that with the fact that India VIX actually rose up today by 3.5 points, despite not seeing much of a down move. And if the trend of the India VIX also continues, I am expecting some downside. As you mentioned, our levels are matching pretty much exactly. So my trade plan will be similar to yours. Uh, Talking about specific sectors, IT sector again today showed really good movement. If you see different stocks, except Wipro and IndiaMart, all the other major IT companies closed in green.
Yes.
Of course, I'm still looking at Wipro. Between our chats, there might be a dozen between our chats. There will be a dozen charts of Wipro hovering around this same level, and every time we are waiting for a buy buy opportunity, we're just waiting for Wipro to show some enthusiasm towards upside, so that we start adding it to our positional book. Not much interested in holding it as a portfolio position for me, at least, because there are much better opportunities in IT space when it comes to long-term holding, Infi, TCS, and others. Naukri again moving quite strongly, continuing its Friday's trend. And oh, there is a zone. I think this is a pretty good zone that you have
Yeah.
marked here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a similar, yeah, for 4,200. Yeah, I'm just looking at my charts. They're pretty much the same. So 4,200 retest, I'll also be watching. That will also go in my positional book once that price comes.
Also, it's
But
forming a lower lows, like a lower lows
yes,
formation. So yeah.
yes. So any slight positive news or just over the course of market, just on the basis of technicals, at least we are expecting a good move. Other sectors, there was no clear movement in any of the other sectors. In automobile, Tata Motors closed up by 2.5% almost, but pretty much all the other stocks lagged. Same thing with FMCG. Godrej consumer products closed up by 3.25% up. All the other stocks, including Hindustan Unilever, ITC, Nestle India, all these closed in red today. So now, today we can say there was some sort of sectoral rotation between the stocks because entire sectors were not moving in unison as we had seen on Thursday and Friday in the previous week. Same is the case with banks, IndusInd Bank and Kotak Bank among the two large banks moving up, HDFC Bank remaining more or less flat, and SBI and PNB and all banks correcting on an intraday basis. So this always happens when we are near all-time high levels. Uh, Money does flow from one shares to the other. I guess market also tries to figure out which stocks to carry up and where to allocate money and so on. So we will not fight the market, we'll just follow the market where it
Yeah.
goes. And the levels that you had mentioned in Nifty, I think will work out as good signals for us.
Yeah.
That's where we will decide whether to allocate more into our cash portfolios or to continue with FNO and try to play short-term movements in the market. At least for the time being, I feel staying in the short term trades, intraday option selling, or even option buying to some extent kind of trades will be better since, of course, it's a little difficult for us here. I will take the risk of speaking for both of us to buy at all time high levels because in the past, we have seen that no matter how good a company, if you buy it at unreasonably high prices,
Yeah.
you might just be stuck with no price returns for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
And also
Dividends will
to
be
add
there, but
on, sorry to cut you, but also to add on, we are not breakout traders. So we generally tend to not buy stocks that are moving high. We generally like to catch them when they are falling and find a reversal in it. So yeah,
yeah, yeah, yes. That is the reason we have not had the chance of entering a lot of momentum stocks, so to speak. So
yeah.
in the but we will of course will not change our
In fact,
trading
in
style
COVID,
for
I
the
think others made more money because we were just waiting for pullbacks. But that's okay. In longer
yeah,
term, it will work out, play out for us.
yeah, yeah. There's no point in changing strategy every day.
Yeah.
It hasn't helped everyone and it won't help us either. So that's that. I don't have any other sectors in mind. Coal India is correcting quite a bit for 3 days, and it's not a stock we trade very actively, but I do have it in my watch list. So Coal India, I am watching if it corrects to its previous swing low level. I think one it may not come down to 146, but around 200 levels.
Yeah.
Yes, I will take a look at
There's a
it
good
again.
demand zone here, but it's been tested once. But yeah, we could look out for a reversal pattern here.
Yeah, yeah. And again, in the case of PSU, what happens in there are times when people are willing to pay a lot of money for them, and then there are times when people wouldn't even pay 5 times earnings or something like that for it. So PSUs, just on that basis, we can try to enter because low price to earnings and good dividend yield, and we will make our money back in 3 years, 4 years time, even if the price doesn't move just on the dividend income alone. So the things like that also we keep a track. So far, we have not found any entries yet because of a pretty healthy up move in all the PSU stocks. So we will keep those kind of stocks also in mind. I guess I have been through most of my watch list here.
Yeah. Also, one more stock that I would want to add is watch out for IEX. It's we are like watching it very closely. Any move above 152 will lead a trend change in IEX. So yeah, do keep a close watch on IEX. It can turn around from here. As I told you, we are not breakout traders. We like to
Hmm.
find stocks that are falling and try to find the bottom. Obviously, nobody can find the bottom, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's an attempt towards it.
Hmm. IEX, just to add, 150, 160 was my buying price pre-split.
Yeah,
So yeah, so I think it was around 180 or something that I
I
bought
think I also
IEX.
bought it at the same time, 160, 180.
Yeah. Around I think 2x ish when it was around 600, I uh, removed half of my position. Immediately after split, I think I removed half of my position, and in the subsequent down move, I got rid of rest of my position at around 200 again.
Yeah. I am still
So
stuck.
oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
That's okay.
If
Yeah.
your setup, yeah, if your setup plays out well,
Yeah.
we will be able to recover. If
Yes.
not, we can always look at some covered call opportunities. IV is not very high yet, so calls are not very. We'll discuss about that in FNO show, but just for the overview purpose, option
Yes.
prices are not attractive right now for selling. So that is that. Right?
I think, yeah,
Any
that's it.
other
Let's
charts
wrap
that
it
we
up
have
then, I
missed?
guess.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, thank you guys. All our social links are in description of this video. You can join our Telegram group. We do post charts even in the live markets there. You can follow us on our Instagram. You can visit our website bereez.in. Some interesting articles are there. And do subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you're alerted every time we upload an after hours with Bereez or an FNO show with Bereez. Thank you guys and have a
Thank
great
you.
day.